Welcome back to another windy, cold adventure. Today we're fighting 12 to 14 miles per hour wind, and it's 40 degrees outside currently, but it's supposed to get up into the 50s today. But today is my day off, and you know I'm not gonna give up on fishing. And since it's the only day I have available to fish, we're going fishing. So we're on a smallmouth fisher today, but I have a guest with me. That's right, I have a subscriber. I hit him up and I was like, let's go fishing. And unfortunately, this is one of the worst days of the week to go fishing, but you never know. The overcast and the wind and all that could be perfect for that big old girl to bite today. So that's what we're after, some smallmouth, and hopefully to get him on a 2+ pounder today, that'd be great. So the baits I'm starting out with today is a spinner bait because there's high winds and there's gonna be a lot of ripples on the water. I also have a crawl pattern crankbait. And then something I don't throw very often, I have a jig on. So that's what we got on. And cross your fingers, hopefully we stay safe and above the water, not below it. And we catch a nice one today. So stay tuned, I'll meet you downstream. There's one. Oh, my drag's messed up. Dadgummit. Oh, it's a nice one. Oh, he's got buddies. He's got buddies. Throw in there. He's got buddies. Fish on. Got him. Just caught my cold winter smallmouth, my first of the day. He's 14 inches. We're gonna go ahead and release this one. Came on that crawfish crankbait I showed you in the intro. Thank you, my friend. There he goes. There you go. Little 10-incher. But all that to the right, you see all those chunk rocks underneath there and those sandy spots? I've caught several through here. Just work there, and you might go past this tree and just kind of hang on there and throw up. Is that fish? I saw your pole bend over. I was like, oh, there you go. Speaking of the devil. Fish on. Nice one. Oh no, he came off. He came off. Dadgummit. That was a good one. Right there. Right by the boat. The other one was way bigger than this one. Dadgummit. Little guy, chunky guy. There's one. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. He's a little better. A little better than the last one. Yeah. Still squirming. He got that hog nose going here. Look at that hog nose there. That's crazy looking. Big old bug-eyed. Fish on. Nice one. Stay on, baby. Stay on. Oh, he's not that big. Felt better in the current. There we go. Another one. This spot is just loaded through here. Another, he's probably 13 inches. Did you catch the big one that lives in here? What'd you catch?
Marion. Okay, thank you so much for your help.
Thank you. Good luck.
You bet.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. She was just working her way up the shoreline, and I'm like, oh, I hope she's friendly. And then I said, hey, girl, and she perked up and she started stumbling, and she ran right into the side of the kayak. You are just blind as a bat, aren't you,
That
sweetheart?
poor dog, she is blind.
I bet.
God. Well, just walk her, put her in my boat. She still looks healthy as far as her weight. She don't look like she's eating something.
Good Lord, you are big.
Come here, Pooch. Come here. All right, sit down. Sit down. All right. Woo, you're gonna make me rock back and forth. All right, you gotta sit down. No, no, you gotta sit. You got, this is not gonna work. You gotta sit down. Sit down. Sit down. You're gonna dump us. You're gonna dump us. All right, turn around. Face the front. Turn around. You're good. Oh gosh, oh gosh.
There's a whole bunch of bathrooms in the pool.
Yeah. All right, stay right there. Well, this fishing mission has turned into a rescue mission. Found this blind dog on the bank over here. Actually, the other Eric found her. Wondering, I thought she was a stump because I was way up there catching fish. I thought he parked by a stump, but no, it's just a blind lab. She's a good dog, but unfortunately her kayak manner's not great because she's rocking me quite a bit. So, and she's good 80 pounds, if not more. So one leaned to the right too hard, we're going under. So we just called the local rescue, and they're in Flippin, unfortunately. We're too far from there. But she's got her rabies tag, but there's no owner's tag or owner's phone number or anything like that, unfortunately. So we might try to paddle her down a little ways, but I'm just not sure if she's gonna cooperate and be stable enough because she is very anxious. I'm gonna take her through these shoals, see how she handles it. I mean, she's blind, I guess that's a good thing. There's that house, so I thought it was further down. So far, so good.
Yeah, we've got the coordinates in case somebody does call. We can email the coordinates, and you know, she'll be working her in. She hasn't skipped the meal. She's quite large. She can't hear me, so you know it's fine. Yeah, oh yeah, he was having a good time with it. But she's an excellent help.
There's one. Smallmouth. He's not bad. Not bad, little smallmouth. Another one of these, 13-incher. There's one. There's one. Nice one. Nice one. Stay on, big girl. 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 Yes. Right. Just caught another 14. Thought she was a lot bigger than that in the current, of course, but unfortunately she was not. But good fight on that crawl pattern crankbait. Go ahead and let her go. She good. Anyways, a little update on the dog. Once we got further away from that spot we found her at, she started whimpering and kind of whining a little bit, and she wanted out. So even though she's blind, I feel like she has a home in that area. That's what we're hoping. And as you know, that scent was leaving her, she was getting a little nervous. So we let her back down about probably 20 yards from where we found her, and let her go back on that shoreline where it's close to that house. So we're hoping that home up there is hers, but we don't know for sure. And hopefully that is her house and she'll be safe. But we did mark that location, share it on Facebook that there's a loose dog and she's blind, and hopefully the owner will see that post and be able to find her. If not, we can check back there and drive to that home and check on her a little later. Fish on. Get down here, man. I found a hole. It's a nice one. Another 14, maybe 15-incher. there's one. He's right in the middle. I don't know if it's I think it's a smallmouth. No, it's a largemouth. I showed him my secret hole. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. All right, all right. There's one. There he is. There he is. Smallmouth. Right where you're supposed to be at, my friend. Come here, bud. Oh yeah. Nice 14 on the crankbait. Okay, as you can see, I'm home safely now. We are off the water. The dog rescue kind of took a little bit longer than expected, and by the time we got off the water and loaded up, it got dark pretty quick. So anyways, I'm home now. I'm actually preparing for another trip, an overnight float, getting all the camping gear laid out and going through my checklist. But we do want to conclude today's video that you're watching currently and just shed some more light on the whole rescue mission, because I've been following a little bit on Facebook. I wanted to make sure the dog did get completely rescued with our help, and it did. So there's the good news. The dog was found by its owners. So that's awesome, huge blessing. And shout out to Eric that went along with me on this trip to help that process get rolling. We'd have been more comfortable if the dog was not blind. We just assumed maybe he lived in the area. You know, rural dogs are always on the loose. There's not many pins or leash rules or laws in rural areas. So when you're floating down the river, you'll see loose dogs all the time, everywhere pretty much. And actually, here's a little clip of that same day. We saw another dog about a quarter of a mile down from the dog we're trying to rescue. So it's pretty common to see dogs and animals and cows and all that along the creeks. It's especially all the private land that's around there. You know, seeing that house, like, I don't want to take this owner's dog to the Humane Society or the sheriff's office and they'd be griping us out on Facebook saying, oh, those dang city slickers. They see a dog loose somewhere and they just think it's lost all the time, and they just want to take it to the pound or Humane Society or a rescue center, and then I'm out $40 trying to get the dog back or something like that, or gas money, whatever. And so I was telling Eric, I was like, well, that might be her home, or maybe her home is close to it. It might be a neighborhood or a couple of houses up there we just can't see. Maybe she's wandered down and the owners are going to be looking for her here soon by the time they get off of work or something. So at that point, when I saw the house, I was like, maybe, we're not doing the right thing, because that could be her home up there. Number two, she didn't want to ride with me. I missed it in my 5-minute loop, but she actually bailed out my kayak. She got to the edge, and then after she realized that she can get out, she jumped out and about took us both out. So she didn't want to be in my kayak the further away we're getting from the house. So we're just like, well, maybe that's her home. And maybe she's not lost. She just wandered away a little bit too far from her house. And, let's just put her back on the bank and see what happens. So what we did was Eric went ahead and put the whole post on Facebook, took a picture of me and the dog. Here's those pictures. And posted on Facebook and saying, hey, we found this dog. She's blind. There's no name. We don't know her name. There's no name of the owners on the collar. This is what she looks like, and this is her location. I was able to share our location. I just picked it out on the map and texted it to Eric, and he forwarded it to the Facebook page. So we felt pretty good about that decision, just the way for safety concerns, and we didn't want to take her from her home if that was her house on the hill there. So that's what we ended up doing. And then worst comes to worst, we're like, well, if they say that is lost, then we can get to our vehicle. Since there's a house there, we can drive back up to the house. There's obviously a road or a country road right there. We can make it back to the location we marked on my phone and pick her up in my truck after we get safely down the river without, any issues of capsizing. There's going to be a lot of Karens out there and Darrens that's going to comment like, why did you leave the dog behind and all this stuff? And I just want to clarify, what took place. The dog wasn't going to ride with me in the kayak. She was trying to capsize us. It was unsafe for both of us. And since there was a house right there on the hill, I was like, well, maybe she's not lost and she just wandered down to the creek. That's all. So anyways, there's a lot of factors saying we need to leave her versus take her downstream away from that area. So, but we did do the right thing. Obviously it worked. The owners found her and they were super excited to get her back. Apparently she's been missing for a while now. And, but her weight looked healthy. That's why we're like, well, she's still thick. You know, this girl's thick. She hasn't skipped too many meals, and plus there's plenty of water right there at the creek she was drinking when we pulled up. So we felt right about our decision. At the same time, we didn't want to take her away just in case that was her home. So anyways, we had a great time. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you